Will there ever be a fix to the pilot shortage? Let's ramble about it. Welcome to Shep Rambles, where I am Shep and I tend to ramble. About what? Anything. And everything. The airline industry is continuing to suffer as more and more pilots retire or are forced out of the industry, and there isn't enough new people to take their place. It almost sounds kind of like the trucking industry. Well, let's take a look. As the airline industry has emerged from the pandemic, the struggle to find qualified pilots continues. A lack of pilots prevents airlines from providing the necessary air service to hundreds of markets. For these smaller and often underserved communities, a lack of commercial air service has reached a crisis point. On July 25th of 2022, Chip Roy and Lindsey Graham announced the Let Experienced Pilots Fly Act, which would help alleviate some of the pilot shortage by raising the mandatory commercial pilot retirement age from 65 to 67. Yet, 6 months later, no progress has been made to move this proposed legislation along. This lack of urgency on such a critical matter is difficult to understand, given the stakes. And what are those stakes? Well, fewer pilots means fewer flights at a time of increased demand, meaning higher fares. And for the holiday season, the average airfare is at a 5-year high, and this is just after an incredible 43% increase in October airfares as compared to 1 year ago. According to the Transportation Security Administration, as many, if not more, people are flying today as in 2019, before the start of the pandemic. This is placing a greater strain on airports and airlines, airline employees, and the TSA as each group deals with more people flying. There's also fewer flights now than there were in 2019, meaning there are more people being crammed onto fewer flights. This also means that during times of irregular operations, such as a winter storm, agents have fewer available seats to accommodate stranded travelers. This lack of action has also forced regional airlines to resort to desperate measures as Envoy Air, Piedmont Airlines, and PSA Airlines. They have offered a $100,000 signing bonus to qualified pilots. These and other regional carriers have hundreds of parked aircraft that they are unable to return to service because of lack of experienced pilots. So, what are your thoughts on the pilot shortage? Is it worth the price to become an airline pilot? Or has that plane already left the hangar? Let me know in the comments below. Now wait, before you take off, be sure to look over that pre-flight checklist for the like button. You gotta make sure that it's ticked off before those wheels turn. And just before you roll onto the runway, make sure your seatbelts are fastened and that subscribe button is fully clicked in, as well as a notification bell so that you get notified of future content uploaded to the channel during your flight. Thanks so much for watching, and have a killer awesome day.